Cruise news time, and well, we've got some stories today. Let me say that we've got a shocking story of an elderly cruise passenger who has passed away in the Bahamas. An unexpected cruise story of a cruise celebrity passing away, and Carnival Cruise Line, they're done. They've started their very last cruise from a very popular East Coast cruise port. That plus more cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Lido, Loca. I am your host, Tony, here with your cruise news for a Monday the 30th of December, 2024. And I just got my youngest son off to the airport, kind of as it does every year. It's kind of bringing to an end those festive holiday times. And we sure had a nice festive holiday time this year, which makes all of these cruise stories about people suffering loss and tragedy all that more biting. Yeah, this one happened on Thursday, the 26th of December in Phillipsburg in St. Martin. An 82-year-old cruise passenger was on the dock in an electric wheelchair, and there's still some uncertainty as to what happened, but either through a malfunction of that wheelchair or some other circumstance, that passenger ended up in the water. Emergency personnel arrived on the scene. They removed the woman from the water. They attempted to resuscitate her, and unfortunately, she passed away. The official statement from the police force there in St. Martin did kind of chronicle this event, including that call out to a potential malfunction of the electric wheelchair. But either way, this is just a tragic story, and there's certainly a family out there dealing with this. So hopefully they get answers to why this happened, a better understanding of why this happened, and certainly our thoughts and prayers go out to them as they deal with this during this time of year, or any time of year would be horrible. But there you go. Cruise news story number 2. Okay, we'll take it a little lighter. Norwegian Encore is celebrating 5 years of service. We like it when these cruise ships start clicking off on their anniversaries. With a guest capacity of close to 4,000, Norwegian Encore began service in November of 2019. She sailed in a lot of different places. She sailed in Europe and in the Caribbean, and I actually was on the NCL Encore in Alaska, and it was a pretty fantastic experience. It's a sister ship to the Joy and the Bliss over there on Norwegian. Very popular cruise ships for Norwegian. Congratulations, NCL Encore, for your 5 years of service. And talking about years of service, let's talk about this relationship between Carnival Cruise Line and a popular cruise port that is coming to an end. The relationship began back in 2010, and it essentially ends today. The Carnival Sunshine is making the very last sailing out of the port of Charleston in South Carolina. After 14 years, that relationship comes to an end. And look, Carnival didn't break up with Charleston. Charleston broke up with Carnival. They didn't renew the contract. They told them that the city no longer wanted Charleston to be a home port. Charleston will still be a port that receives cruise ships. I'm on a Norwegian cruise ship in 2026 that's going to stop in Charleston, but that every week sailing out of Charleston won't happen anymore. It's interesting. Carnival does a great job of home porting around North America, with Charleston included. I believe they have 20 different home ports in North America. But Charleston is no more. Never got to sail out of Charleston. Have you sailed out of Charleston? How about that? Now, before I move on to the unexpected passing of a cruise celebrity, let's go back and talk about something we talked about a couple of days ago. Told you that Royal Caribbean is going to stop going to Manzanillo in Mexico. Thanks everybody for help with the pronunciation. I'm still not sure I'm saying that correctly, but they're not going there because there's been an elevated alert by the U.S. State Department to a level 4 travel warning, do not travel. We also have word coming out that Royal Caribbean, at least for its large cruise ships, won't be going to San Juan, Puerto Rico for a while. Not going to San Juan because the main dock there that accommodates larger cruise ships like the Oasis class cruise ships is broken. They can't receive cruise ships right now. So this has caused Royal Caribbean to change the itinerary of some of their larger cruise ships, including Symphony of the Seas. You got to assume as this dock closure continues on in San Juan, it will impact other cruises. So if you have San Juan on any of your itineraries, you may want to check into it to see if anything has changed. like Symphony of the Seas, for example, they're going to go to Labadee instead of San Juan. I think there was a story a little while back that somebody was upset about that change, but yeah, that's certainly going on. So be on the lookout for that if you have San Juan on any of your itineraries. Now, before we move on from here, let me do this. Let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you'd like staying up to date with everything going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. A big thank you in advance. A quick programming note, tomorrow is December the 31st. It's the last day of the year. It's also a Tuesday, so I plan to do several live shows tomorrow night. I think I'll just do them at the regular time, but we're going to do a channel membership show at 7 p.m., a Patreon show at 8 p.m., and then a big public YouTube show at 9 p.m., the normal Cruise Night Live. We'd love you to join any and all of those shows if you'd like to join them. Maybe we'll go even later. I don't even know if I can stay up till midnight, but big live shows tomorrow night. And now let me hit you with the question of the day. How many cruises do you have planned so far in 2025? Just leave a number in the comments. Now, our final cruise news story is a story of finality. Word coming out from Celebrity Cruises and from Celebrity Cruise Captain Kate McCue that her longtime onboard ship companion, her cat Bug Naked, has passed away. You know, it really is a wild thing, loss of a pet. That's fairly common for most people. We understand the pain that goes along with it. But what's wild is when you add a little bit of celebrity on top of that. Certainly, Captain Kate is famous in cruising and beyond, and so was her cat. So it's wild to see a cat rise to celebrity level in the cruising space. And certainly Bug Naked was that. And while Bug was relatively an older cat, the story of Bug's passing is kind of unexpected. Went for a dental cleaning and a tooth extraction, and complications from that activity resulted in Bug passing away. Yeah, bummer. Bummer for Captain Kate. Positive thoughts her way. R.I.P. Bug Naked. Cruise news. Cruise